how to do this. What's up, good people? It's been a minute, but we're back. I'm alive, you know. We're here. We're gonna get this kicked off and spun up. So just, you know, brief explanation. Life got busy, man. Putin was acting crazy over there. Y'all know that. And I hit a point in the channel. We hit a point like where I was either gonna have to steal time from my family or from my job, but neither one of those things were acceptable as far as I was concerned. But nevertheless, we're here for my garden people. We are in the 8A, really, because they haven't updated the map. It's probably closer to 8B now. And then for my lawn care fanatics, we are in the warm season climate, right? So we're just going to do a little bit of everything on this channel, you know. So during the fall, we can take advantage of doing not only some growing in the garden because of how this climate is, but we can also take advantage of dropping some cool season grass in here. So we're gonna go with some sissy grass, yes, perennial rye. We're gonna put some perennial rye in. And then in the spring, we're gonna hit it with some Bermuda. So we're gonna burn it down again and start all over again. So yeah, now we can talk about what we've accomplished so far in this yard. Yesterday was a taxing day. I can tell you the number one issue that I had with this lawn was all these surface roots, right? Apparently the front yard used to be like all azaleas. That's gone now, but their roots are still there. A lot of their roots are still there. And that wouldn't have been a big deal if I was going to rotary mow, but we're not going to rotary mow. We're going to reel mow. So I had to address those. And the way that I addressed it was I got a stump grinder. I cut out a 15-foot diameter around this big old oak tree right here. And I just felt like that was the way to go because 15 foot for this size oak tree would put any roots that's outside of the ring pretty much a safe place for me to go ahead and grind out as much as possible. And then anything inside of that diameter, because I don't want to kill the tree, right? It's a beautiful tree. Anything inside that diameter, I kind of just shaved it down, you know, shave down those tripping hazards a little bit. So we need to go ahead and finish up this Harley rake, using this Harley rake. I love it. It's a beautiful tool. And we're going to finish this ground prep, you know what I mean? So I'll just walk you through it as we get to it. There we go. All right, let's get it. It's like a mini vent track. So the back end is your power, it's like your tractor, and then this front end, you know, you could put different attachments on it, just like a little vent track. I think this is a dope piece of equipment. I definitely am going to look into it more to see if we might be adding one to the lineup. I'll let you see what the teeth look like. Hopefully you can see that. But that's what they look like. Okay. All right, man, we got quite a bit of work done yesterday. Brother-in-law doing this thing over there. But this is what we did. We definitely got a couple passes. Now, this is what you want to be looking for, people. This is what we're looking for. That is a seed bed. Now, I still got some work to do, obviously, because we need to spread this out and smooth it out a little bit. I might even roll it, might even fill up the roller. But the ring right now is gonna have to be polished up. I'm gonna have to polish this up, but I know where my ring is and I don't have to cut the whole thing fresh manually. So what we're doing is, when we first did this, when we first power raked this, we went north to south. Now we're going east to west in different directions. So we're just making sure we're getting a multi-grid pattern. And I recommend you do that. It's important you do that because you'll find things like this, especially if you're dealing with a whole bunch of surface roots like I have. You'll find stuff like this, you know, that you may have missed over the first time around. All right, let's finish this up. All right, let's get it. Noisy. We're ready for seed now. So we've gotten, this as clean as we could possibly get it. It looks really good. Really good. You can see the ground is a little moist. And the reason why it's a little moist is because I wanted to see where my zones were, and it was really dusty, right? So I wanted to mat a little bit of that down. Don't worry about that. That South Carolina heat's going to dry the top surface up pretty quick. So this is what we learned though. You can see it's almost already dried because these spots are disappearing. But this is what's happening, right? I'm missing some sections. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and adjust this head. There's a head here. It's a Weathermatic, and then Weathermatic Turbo pop out. And then there's another head down there. I think that's a Rainbird 5000. Looks like it's a Weathermatic. It is a Weathermatic. Okay, that's right. Now we just need to turn it. I like these, man. These are just way easier than the Rainbirds. As a professional, I'm sure like they prefer working with these because you ain't even got to pull out a tool. You can just kind of twist it where you want it. Much quicker and easier to deal with. Yeah, we're locked in. All right, so now we're good. We got even coverage all the way around, head to head. That's what's most, oh, no. See, look at this. This is why you walk it, people. We got this little piece as well. Okay, I'm gonna adjust these real quick. I think everyone's seen these, so yeah, I'll bring you back once we get to work. So we're dealing with about 5,800 square feet in total. We go ahead and subtract that tree out. That's probably a good 225 feet, something like that, 15 by 15. And then take out a little piece for this. So, oh no, we're probably working with about 5,500 square feet of mowable surface grass seed that's going to be planted. And let's talk about the seed a little bit. So this is the seed. Special shout out to Mountain View Seed for trusting me to run some trials this winter. So they told them I was coming home back from Germany and what I was doing, and they was like, yeah, we'd like to be a part of that. So we got our certified seed, clean seed, and A-list approved as well. Alliance for Low Input, Sustainable Turf. High quality seed is what we have here today, fellas. I'm gonna do this whole bag, obviously, and probably a little bit more. I'll open up the other bag as well to throw a little extra in there. So we'll probably be going with about 60 pounds in total. Yeah, I'll go about 60 pounds in total on this yard. Okay, so we got some pretty good coverage now. As you can see, we are completely seeded. And I want to show you something. I did this last time. I learned this from Pete Denny when I went and hung out with him. If you never saw that video, go check it out. But we overdress. You see all this seed here? after I go behind myself with a rake and incorporate all this seed into the soil as much as I can, you know, then I'm gonna come behind and I'm gonna blow it back over top. And of course, we always want to weasel in our edges. And I'm gonna weasel that whole little, this whole little patch up there at the front, I'm gonna weasel that whole thing in. But, so you always wanna weasel in your edges, and then we're gonna rake this stuff in to incorporate it in the soil. All right, let's do it. This stuff is easy. I promise you, you can do it. I promise. Well, there you go, 33 days later after seeding, and this is what we're working with, good people. Not bad. So it's not perfect, obviously. You see I have blemishes. Anyone presenting anything other than that to you, they're most likely lying to you, just throwing that out there. But you know, I've been doing this for a while and I still make mistakes. As you can see on the postage stamp yard, I made a boo-boo. I dropped a little bit too much fertilizer in a couple areas and it burnt it all the way out. No sweat, we got some more seed down. We still have solid soil temperatures at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so we'll most likely be able to get that to germinate and finish the season strong. Outside of that, guys, like I said, there's room for improvement. This yard is far from perfect, but this is what I accomplished with the right tools, the right attitude, and the right perseverance and hard work. This is what you can get. So since seeding, I've just been rotating every other week, a 1/4 pound of urea nitrogen. That's it. Nothing complex, nothing complicated, no special juices and berries or anything like this. This is it. This is what urea gets you. And some triple 10 in the beginning of seeding, you know. So that pretty much wraps this video up. Next time I bring you back, we're gonna start top dressing, smoothing out some spots that I'm scalping out here. And the whole point of doing this is prep time for that Bermuda we're gonna throw down in the spring. All right, catch you next time. Peace. Oh yeah, and we're not just gonna leave without talking about, yeah, I did this. Skag, Team Skag now. This is the residential version. I'll tell you how I feel about it. Stay tuned.